My name is Chris Kagemi. I'm the Youth and Children Coordinator at Holy Ministries. I've been honored to be with Father Jenga to know more about what we do in our youth. Now, the department take care of, the setup of the whole thing. We're supposed to be the meetings to cover resources. We also have last month for another youth
school
which is around.
Yes.
So we are also basically going to be here in the for this department that we have to organize. And we also have major events like Tribe Prayer and Rosary Rallies and we have So like tomorrow we have to talk to them about that. The Tribe Prayer contest, why we need them to participate in those contests and the reason and how it came up. And the people's categories that they are going to participate, we need to give them the reason and the will to participate.
Good.
Other programs like the reading programs, like most of the teenagers now they're in high school years, but when they come home after the holidays, we gather them around. We need to know the experience in school and how they're going to handle their holidays. And from there, we've been able to come up with a program like the name Team's Voice. And that's where, last year we made a radio program with them. And it's something I want to make sure that it's happening.
That you continue.
Yes. They can speak on behalf of other youths and other teams that are not able to speak for themselves.
Wow. Yeah. That's really good.
Yeah.
So, I think this is very impressive. And whatever you're doing, I'm just speaking. This is like Kamau has been in the ministry for a long time. I continue.
Yes.
One of the key things that we're trying to do through some of those activities is to plant the seed about the value of prayer.
Yeah.
So, mukienda huko kama like you're going to pray for them to help them have this mass. You may not directly say it, lakini you are sending the message to them that you know what, God is important, God is valuable, prayer is powerful, and let's entrust ourselves to God and whatever studies that we are doing. So that's very important, and that's when they have the seed of faith and the value for prayer. Then they will not be able to. And prayer is also become like ni shock absorbers. Yeah. So gari ikiwa na shock absorbers nzuri, hata ikigongana ni mashimo na nani inaenda juu, inaenda chini, lakini mgongo inani. Yes, yeah. It will continue. When you tell them that, and they will understand, they will go through those challenges about that. And then they will have something to hold on to.
And then we visit to give them rosaries. And to those who doesn't know how to pray, we are there to
teach them
as well. Yeah, especially the children, because mostly some of the children doesn't really pray with their parents. And at times in school, not every time they have that time to pray the teachers. So we have to, organize the teachers and ask sometime just 30 minutes to just go through. Before we come with the rosary to those who knows it, it's okay.
So part of your mission that you're doing is to create missionaries for families. So if you are in the youth, you're dealing with the youth and the children, they are going to be missionaries in their own families to take the prayer and the things about God back into their families. So, somebody else is dealing with the parents, you are dealing with the children, so it's just going to be. Wakikutana katikati, hapo mtakuwa kama mko nani. Thank you. Nimeshukuru sana.
You're welcome.
Let me use a little bit of it.
It's okay. It's meant for that work.
Is that so?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
I'm mother of 4. I work here at HCFM Ministry as a coordinator for prayer, region prayer guilds.
Okay.
I coordinate others from estate when we have masses, when we have the testimonies after the intercession of Father Patrick on CSC. People have received miracles. So we have so many testimonies, and
We plan masses in the estate. We have masses in the estate. And then here, we have our coordinator, who is Moses Chege, for prayer and liturgy. But I do assist him.
Wow. Yes, yeah. So you're trying to grow those groups and to encourage the people to build a cult around Father Peyton to help his beatification. Yeah. That's really very good. Kwa sababu sasa, we need a saint for the families. As of this time, we don't have a very specific saint who our family. People do other things. Saints who are different. Again, we are trying to find a saint, one who prays for the whole family. And I think Father Patrick Peyton is the one that we really think is going to be able to do that.
Very soon.
Yeah. Unajua familia zetu ziko na nane mashida.
Changamoto mingi
sana. No? Yeah. So you need somebody who can be able to help us. Keep praying for us, keep praying for my family. And as you know, the understanding of the concept of family that we have, it's not only just the ones that are married in church. Lakini kila mtu, every person, it may be broken, naweza kuwa tu ni grandmother tu, lakini pia ni familia. Na wanahitaji pia na faith and prayer and what. Sasa sisi kazi yetu ni kunani, kwenda tu kuweka kwa nani, panda mbegu, and to encourage to water the seed. So ni hayo. Asante sana, nimeshukuru.
Karibu.
Yes.
Karibu Father.
Yes.
This is editorial.
Editorial. Ni hapa sasa kaka hapa.
Karibu kiti Father.
Hey.
So welcome so much.
Thank you.
To Holy Cross Family Ministries Kenya. My name is Martin Kibirio. I work at Holy Cross Family Ministries Kenya as the editor. Good. So the space we are here, this is editorial room. A lot of things do happen here. First, we have editing the publications we have around. Normally, like the calendars, like you've seen there, we have publications like the prayer cards or brochures that normally go to people. When during ministry, it's always good to have a tangible evidence of what you are doing, of the ministries you carry on. So that's all the publications we have.
All that content and all the material is produced here.
Yeah, that's what we do here.
What do you have inside here, like equipment that helps you? I can see on a computer.
Yeah, we have the computer, we have printers.
What kinds of software do you have on your computer?
The software normally used for the design work, it's Adobe Illustrator 2019 version. And we have some other publisher, the common one publisher, we have PowerPoints, we do Word for the simple documents, all that in here, frustrated. Then we have other projects, we have short-term projects and we have long-term projects. And for the short-term projects, we have some applications where maybe you have an event, we come up with programs, event programs, how people want to follow that. Then we have our long-term programs, like we have a quarterly magazine, studio magazine publications here. The last year's quarter, it was out, and we have now this quarter we are working on it. Actually, we hope to get an article from you on the same.
Yes,
sure.
Yeah.
So we are hoping to get that. Then you have other long-term projects. You have like the prayer card project.
Prayer card and then the calendars. And
the calendars. Definitely.
Yeah.
Then you have other design, basically all the design ones. And you have some people, members from the communities coming here. Take care of samples of wedding cards we do for them. Basically, that's
you support the families that way and the ministry that way.
Yeah.
Do you do the audiovisual editing here, or there is another computer elsewhere?
There is another room basically set for
that. Is set for that.
Yeah, this is for basically for
this
publications.
Is like publications. That's the print section.
Yeah, sure. And editing of the content. What people see out there, the content is done here. But now when you go to the audiovisual, we have a room also
set for that. Wow, that's really very impressive. Father Peyton was way ahead of his time in terms of thinking that you're going to need this. Technology and ministry need to go together.
Sure.
It's very expensive to do tech-related type of thing,
Sure.
but yet it's considered worth every coin and every effort and every skill to be able to do this kind of thing.
Yeah, true.
So so uangalie yako kama pia this is ministry, eh?
Yeah, true.
It's big ministry and it's a key component of the larger concept of how Holy Cross Family Ministries works.
Yeah, true. And actually on that, we have a broad view. Actually, like sometimes we collaborate with others. Like director from Father Pinto, we have the likes of Joseph Fernandez, who are the pioneers of family here. So we normally collaborate with them, coming up with content. Actually, the last quarter magazine, he did a content for us here.
Wow.
They also collaborate with the likes of Mary from Uganda, coming up with design works and all that. We are just a team.
So it's everything is synced
together. So
wow.
that's us. That's the
Nashukuru sana. This is our editorial team here.
Okay, karibu
You
sana.
have this, you have, that's a big printers there, computers here.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
Wow.
Large formats, small formats.
Thank
Good
you,
designs.
thank you, thank
Karibu
you.
sana, Father.
Nashukuru sana. Okay.
So far,
This is the kitchen here.
this is what we made in the store.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow.
Just like
What do you have here, like in terms of? So you have generators, you have electrical guitars. I can see electrical guitars here.
Public address system.
It's a public address system here.
Speakers.
Speakers. Wow, and
the stands for the cameras.
the stands for the cameras, and the lighting.
Yes.
Wow, this is really high end, you know.
Yeah, with
You
the
are
support of the
set
community.
for the. You are set for. Because every ministry needs proper working tools.
Very true.
If you don't have the tools, it's going to be very difficult to do the work. So when you see all of this, you need a generator, yes. Do you have transport? How do you transport the stuff here now?
Okay, we have a van
Okay.
from the ministry's van that we all it transports us as people, but
And
also
your
the equipment, yes, but also
Wow.
supported by the vehicles at the parish. We get to the destinations where we go for ministry. We are also applied for an extra vehicle pickup at least to help us carry this stuff, but due to some priorities in some areas,
So you have
we
to
were asked
put it
to
on
at least
wait
hold
a
on
little
so
bit.
that another area
Can be able to get the list. Wow.
But we are very hopeful we'll be supported in the due time.
Good.
Yes.
Wow.
Sure.
This is impressive, man.
Thank you.
Keep it up.
Thank you.
One thing that I always, when I was working in the family ministries, is to ask the teams to take good care of the equipment. When you have one thing, you just say, you know what, I want to focus on something else. Now, I bought this light or something. I don't want to go back to that. I want to buy something else.
Sure.
Sasa, you plant that
Sure,
in the
sure.
team.
Yes. Well, the team is very, very wonderful and very careful about most of the stuff that they're doing.
Good.
So, more.
Offices, operation places.
Yes. Down there, we'll mix it together.
Okay. Okay, Sema. I see you on Facebook and see the real people now.
Yeah, so my name is Michael Mweni.
Michael.
Yes, I'm working here at Holy Cross Family Ministries in the Department of Media and Productions department. So I'm the coordinator in that department.
Okay.
So basically, the office that it's up here for the editorial is under the media. And also, so there he's dealing mostly on the publication sector.
Like the print.
Yes, mostly about printing items for the publicity. And for this office here, I base on mostly on the videos,
Audio visual.
yes,
Audio visual.
yeah.
This is the audio visual section.
Yeah, because we understand that Father Patrick, we don't realize that the media is very powerful tool that we can use it to reach out to many families within a short period of time. So we are continuing his mission of fostering the prayer life and spiritual life to families, and we are using the media as as one of the tools, the instrument to reach out to the families.
Wow.
So the work that I do here is videography, photography, editing of the videos, and also posting them on our social media platform. Sometimes we go live when we have events on our Facebook page, and after that we edit it and then we post it on our YouTube page.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So welcome.
Thank you, Sana. Yeah, I see you. The team here that is in this Department of Media has made the ministry very visible online, and that visibility is very important, because what happens, as we say in the field of communication, if you know what you are doing and you don't put it out there for people to see it and to engage it, it's as if you, a person who smiles in the dark, you know what you are doing, but you know what I are doing. People don't know what you are doing. Yeah, so I'm really very impressed, like the visibility, like it's out there. Yeah, it's just ways of helping people to say, look, we exist here, this is our content, this is the beauty of it, and everything goes up. There is something that one of the popes said. He said, the church will be judged by God for not using media to spread the gospel. This is Paul the VI. One day the church, he said, will feel guilty before the Lord if he does not use media to share the gospel with other people. And this is it. Like, this is our response to it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes.
So tuendelee najua kwamba, well, I'm doing ministry here. Yeah. And if it's situated within my talents and interests and passions, sasa hii inakuwa kuwa nani nzuri sana.
Yes, so asante sana. So we have a lot of programs that we have in this media department, like sharing the Sunday Gospel reflections, of which we source priests from different areas who can reflect on Sunday early in advance. We edit it and then we post it. Then another program that we have is like we have had for the youth and children department, the Children's Voice. We also record them and then we share what they have, like their talents, and then we share them outside there to the public. Also, we can hire the cameras out, take videos for other people to support our activities here. Yeah.
Wow. Impressive.
Thank you so
Nashukuru.
much. Karibu sana.
I'll keep praying for you.
Thank you so much.
She's our welfare.
Welfare
Welfare
committee.
manager.
Hey, committee, welfare.
We eat, we drink, thanks to our Father.
Good.
Yeah, we are never hungry by the way.
Okay, that's very good. Yeah.
He provides a cook,
Uh-huh.
until all, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now I want to work for you. To work for you.
So, somewhere, tunakuja huku kwako. Alright. So this is the public relations department.
Okay. Nani melegansi nani? Sanitizer. Okay, good.
You're welcome, Father.
That's
Have a
nice.
seat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
My name is Samuel Washira.
Well,
Yes, Kigondo, working as the public relations persons and also the coordinator of the public relations department, also the receptionist. Yes,
yote wanapitia hapa.
yote wanapitia hapa.
Yeah.
So our main duty is to create, develop and implement programs for the organization, create more opportunities. We are the marketeers of the organization, we are the spokespeople of the organization, and also relating to different places that we are going. That is the diocese, the parishes, the institutions, all those opportunities. Also in this department, we are responsible of creating avenues for the instruments and the tools of publicity. We have banners, we have teardrops, we have brochures. Actually, you will get one and the others in the envelope.
Yes.
Yes, so we create that avenue that Venerable Patrick Peyton's mission will continue, and with the commission of Holy Cross Family Ministries, we will be able to continue. Also, I normally coordinate the radio program, the prison ministry, analyzing the social media sites, that is Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and also creating and developing programs for different social medias. Also, we have a very efficient communication, that is the bulk SMS. And normally you see Safaricom or Metutumia message. So for us, actually, after writing this book, you have to receive that bulk SMS. Why? The reason, because we are communicating to a large amount of people. So through our director, we have been able to enhance that means of communication that have been so efficient to communicate to the PPGs, to the leaderships, to institutions, to the schools that we are participating, and we are the schools that are participating maybe in tri-prayer contest, rosary rallies, all these things. Yeah. Also, we have a program called HCFM Dandora. HCFM Dandora, its main objective is to support and to implement, to fulfill the number 3 goal of Holy Cross Family Ministries, to build an efficient and a sustainable organization. So we have stickers, we have prayer cards, which I will take you to where we can find them. This is just there is a small box here that we normally put our things.
Promotional stuff.
Yeah, promotional stuff like t-shirts.
T-shirt.
Yeah, t-shirts, lazima utapata, calendars. So that is lazima t-shirts utapata pale. Yes, so when you are here, and also you get more of the promotional materials. Yes, so that is our main application and our main work. And also being one day that you are a director of East Africa, I believe you have a lot of information you can share with us that can help us, mostly at this era, that the families are very different from the era of maybe 90s, 90s and 40s. Yes.
This is impressive here. Nashukuru for the work that you people are doing here.
Yeah.
And as I was telling the people who are in the audiovisual department, Twamba, if you don't advertise yourself, like the message that we have is one of the most important messages that people will ever hear. And you cannot sit on it. You have to be aggressive. As the Bible says, the children of darkness are more smarter than the children of light. Mtu akiwa na product yoyote ambao that he has to sell, you will see how aggressively we will go about that, to go and sell it. I have these types of books. Now, how do I make people buy into these books? They will use every juice that they have to make sure that people buy that product. So, if it's Coca-Cola or it's what, it's about marketing. The product is just sugar and carbon dioxide and what. But what puts it on the top? A lot of it is really marketing. And how invested they are. So you is in the PRO department. That's your thing. Like, how do I put? You look at the gospel as a product that you're selling.
Okay. Yeah, very true.
This is the gospel as a product that I'm selling, and prayer as a product that I'm selling. So how do I get people to buy it? In the churches, in the schools, in the what, in the families, and how do I speak about it with the passion that people say, you know what, I think I really need this. I need this for my own, but also for my family, and also maybe for my parish or for my group. Yeah, and so ni hapo sasa,
Wow.
it's a very critical it's a very critical office here. Yeah, because if people don't know about the ministry, you will leave the others without nothing to do.
Great.
Yeah.
That is why we are working very hard as a public relations department.
Be strategic, be aggressive, and perform passion for it. Not only how they will be able to be responsive. Okay.
Before we go, so you can write for me on the visitor's book.
Yeah.
And then after that, you
I have a Safaricom number, like I don't remember. Today is the 7th?
Yes, you can just write it. Today is on 6th.
6th.
Yes. So also as the public relations department, as much as we have this office, we have another one.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I'm going to put the Ugandan number.
It's okay.
To Badilisha. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. So
Shukran.
we will go to another room that is here that has been covered for the public relations.
This way.
Yeah, this one.
Okay. This looks like a big boardroom or something. Boardroom. Wow.
So this is the museum, Holy Cross Family Ministries Museum in Kenya. Also Beton Museum. We are just trying to develop it to be more and more communicating to the families and also be helpful to the community that we are serving.
Good.
Yes.
Good. Yeah. I can see all the elements are there.
Yeah.
I think one of the things I would encourage you is to get one of those flow-down banners somewhere to occupy like a very big. I'm sorry, you know I have a PhD in communication.
Sure.
I'm always talking to my students. Yes, one of those flow down or whatever, and even the other promotion or the corporate type, the ones that stand,
Yes.
the branded ones.
Yes.
Those are also really very good.
Next week when you come back further, they'll be here.
Those are the things I love.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you, let me tell you something. We're dealing with a world that has become so secular and it's running so fast. You have to be smart and on top of your game. Look as corporate and as professional, just like everybody else, so that nobody underlooks who you are or your product that we have. Part of the biggest challenge in the Catholic Church is poor branding, is bad branding. And everybody looks at it and just, this is not you. So the more you make your brand stand out, and the more you make it strong, you will be able to realize that, you know what, actually brands mean a lot. Yeah. We've just had elections in Uganda, and I was just looking at the political branding of the parties. And I just said, okay, I can be able to say a lot about this. And I'm looking at the slogan, I'm looking at the choice of colors, I'm looking at the gestures that they have chosen. What does this communicate to the people? But for you, most of the elements are already there. You have a big logo, a strong logo, you have the colors, you have the what, but then they need to be visible and they need to be in the faces of people. Kuambia kwamba tupo, we are here, we exist, and we stand for this. And you people who are like the core team need to be able to reel off this information just overhead. It should be on your fingertips. Like somebody looks at it and then you just, okay, niambie. then you can be able to, yeah, like kind of like you breathe it. Yeah. Anyway, Meshkuru, I think this is the first one I'm seeing here for, yeah, you've made a lot of progress, Jalene.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We thank the congregation of Holy Cross for supporting us, and also from the ministries, the whole core team up there internationally supporting us. And also your visitation, sure, it's a very inspiring and motivating presence for us. We are very, very glad to host you here.
Amina.
Thank you so much.
Sana.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you. Yeah.
So from here we will get to the boardroom
Okay.
and we will conclude our moment.
Our visit.
Thank you.
We have a calendar for 2021 for Cross Family Ministries. Told you we have a program that is called Support for Cross Family Ministries in Angola. I have put 10 stickers each. There is one for people who speaking the family that prays together, stays together. Mary, Mother of Mercy, pray for us. Venerable Patrick Layton, CSC, pray for us. Try prayer, it works. And then the family that prays together, stays together. And also our mission and our vision.
Ah. Wow.
Yes, so you're still an ambassador.
Yes.
You're still an ambassador. So, and also we have some prayer cards. Prayer for the family tree, prayer for the family, and prayer for the priest sanctification, and also Mary Mother of Mercy.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you. This
You're
is
welcome.
it's a lot of products you're
Yeah.
putting out. Eh?
Also, we have the brochure. There is this brochure that we are giving you there. This speaks of our ministry, where we are, who we are, our vision, our mission, the ministries that we have here in Kenya, and also our pillars, and also it has the international offices, ministries. It is ministries, and also some pictures that shows what we are doing here, what is going on. Also, there is another brochure after the new logo. We have this brochure that explains what at least it's a very yeah, it explains everything here. At times you find people are asking, why did you change this? Why did you do this? So it's good that we have this, and then also we'll give you a branded umbrella. Yes, a branded.
Yay!
So that's
Yes.
Aha. Thank you. Thank you.
You can now launch it.
Make sure. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Close there.
Yes. There you are.
Now here.
and also when you're under the umbrella.
All right.
Hey, yeah. Thank you. You know, let's hold it on here. You know? Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then we're still under the umbrella.
Yeah, under the umbrella.
Let's see what our attention is. Let me give you our attention. You know? Papa.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. Okay. Wow, this is strong branding going on here.
Yes.
Sasa, now whether I can be able to say my own remarks and then.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Yes. So, I have already spoken to all of you, each one of you in the office. And the congregation of the Holy Cross and this ministry sometimes people don't see what is the intersection, you know? But let me tell you this now. This is why I need to find it. We people of Holy Cross consider ourselves as educators in the faith. That's our biggest thing. Like everything that we are going, we are educating people about something, but from a faith perspective. The ministry, people who work in family ministries are educators in prayer. That's the ministry that we are doing. So mtu akikuuliza, we also educators. What are you educating people about? We are educating people about prayer. And that's, it's a very important link that has always to be kind of like amplified. Secondly, our congregation was dedicated to our Blessed Mother, Mary with the $7. That's what the founder wanted. So that we have some Marian foundations that somehow have gotten lost over the years. And what Family Ministries is doing is to rediscover a little bit of that. And even to educate even members of the congregation themselves about it. Because there are some that still struggle with it and even find it difficult to promote it. So it's coming from outside to inside. And you people who, and us who work in family ministries are helping that kind of process to educate the congregation about Mary and her central role in the church, but even in the very congregation of Holy Cross. So, ninashukuru sana. It's a long time since when I work on the board, so I get to see a lot of the things that you are doing. On the International Board of Family Ministries, so I get to see everything that is going on around the world. Philippines, Latin America, different regions of the world. And I can say there is something good that is going on here. So, musipunguse the fire. Whatever is going, it's what is supposed to be done. And the part of what we do, the teams that I see in East Africa is passion. When I worked in family ministries in Kampala, or when I was asked to be the director, I asked myself, what kinds of people am I going to choose for this kind of ministry? We have a product, and that product is prayer. What kind of people do I want? I looked for people that had a spark of interest in prayer. That was a very key thing. Kwa sababu, huwezi to give people what you don't have. You may struggle personally with prayer, but try to make effort. Otherwise, you're going to sell people a fake product. Yeah, that you don't believe in yourself, you don't consume yourself. So, what is going on here? To make effort, prayer is difficult, even to preach to everybody. Lakini unajitahidi pole pole and start planting your seed. Then when it starts growing, then you can also be able to share with it. And when they look at you, you are ministers in your own right. You are lay ministers. And that way people want to lean on you, wasaidie, so that they can also be able to go ahead. So that's again, I encourage you, nurture your own seed of prayer and faith, so that you can also be able to have something that you can share with others and support them along the road. Yeah. Okay? So nimeshukuru sana, mbarikiwe sana kwa pamoja, and God bless you so much.
Amen. Thank you so much, Father. We're also very, very glad to have you, and thank you for those encouraging and inspiring words to each one of us. I'm sure those who have not been here will feel so bad. Wanajua kuwatesa. But thank you so much for really helping us feel that we're on the right track, we're on the better direction and guide for this ministry to the family, to the church, all over within our area, and to various people in different ways. Thank you so much. I was telling them that, the vibrance and inspiration that people see me express here. This is the power behind it, But I was little when he was running, working serving in this area. But a lot of inspiration, that is expressed right now, expressed to me. So thank you so much for that seed that you saw in my life, and which I also share with all these brothers and sisters here. Thank you so much. Can I tell you what?
Yes.
The title of the dissertation Father wrote was Selling God in Uganda. So yes.
No, got a kick out of it.
It's true.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. We hope to be sharing more with you.
Yeah.
At least Father is really so much into social media, and you can always catch up with him, and he will always help you in whatever form you might need.
And once in a while, if you want to talk, like I'm going to be in Karen.
Thank you.
So I can be of help.
You see how God is wonderful.
You
On 20th, we have our HCFM in our parish here. We'll approach you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We request for your blessing.
Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. Yes, eternal is His love. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. Oh, give thanks to the Lord, for He is good. Yes, eternal is His love. Father, we thank you for calling us to be yours by virtue of our baptism. We thank you for allowing us to participate in your ministry, to share your word, to encourage other people's faith, to accompany families that are struggling, and to remind them that you care and you are near them. We ask that you continue renewing us as your servants. Give us the inspiration to continue this road and keep us close to you so that we are examples to others. Bless every member who works in this ministry and whatever department that they are working in. And the people that they minister to, Lord, we ask that you open their hearts so that they can be able to receive the message that they take to them. Guide us, bless us, inspire us, and give us passion for you. We ask this through Christ our Lord.
Amen.
Glory to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Glory be the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
Glory be the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Spirit.
As it was in the beginning, is now, and ever shall be, world without end. Amen.
The Lord be with you.
And in their spirits.
Mighty God bless you, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Stay in peace.
Thank you.
He's done so much for me, I cannot tell it all. If I had 10,000 tongues, it still wouldn't be enough.
kwamba one of the things that helped me huko nani Kampala when I was getting, segmenting the audience is very important. Like you divide the people, okay, we are going to create content that is good for children. You know, this is the audience. You prepare content that's really targeted at mindset and the world that is kind of social segment goes through. And then you prepare all those products for youth. And then those are there. So this is the mindset, this is where, this is, and then we have the others down for the adults. So you always, so you have your pillars, you have the methods that you are going to use. You're going to use radio, television, we are going to use this. Then we have the segmentation, you know? Then these, the pillars, how are you going to prepare different products for each of these categories that you have? So every time now you're going to prepare a radio program. For whom is this meant? If you throw just message into there, it doesn't have the same kind of impact. So segment your audience, you will be able to have too many programs. These are meant for adults or for couples specifically. These are meant for general adults. Anybody can come and attend. These are really youth things. These are children's things. You will have a lot. You will just be overwhelmed by the work that you have. Because you always say, we've not done so much for the children. We've not done so much for it. And then you create a lot. So kazi mwenayo. Yeah?
Meskia. Thank you.
Lift your hands.